There we go. Let me unmute everybody because that's usually the way to do this. Anyway, welcome back to our show Reemergence. I know we have not been on in a very, 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 very long time.
You could
But
say we've re-emerged.
we did reemerge from our hiatus, and we are back, and hopefully we can make this a regular thing again because I miss these idiots.
And these idiots miss you.
Agreed.
So we have Frank, Caleb, and Paige back. Unfortunately, Katya is on hiatus at the moment. She decided that working for Misty Mountain Gaming is more important than meeting with us and playing games with us. I don't know, but so it's been such a long time. We need a decent recap. Caleb, do you remember what happened last time we met?
Vaguely. I believe last episode we started off on the ship that we had been pulled up from our planet on and hurtled into space against our will. I stole, well, really it was, stealing is a very strong word. I simply picked up and moved a weird gun that I found on the ship and gave it to my compatriot there. We were caught with that, and we were forced to return it after a little bit of a hostile negotiation with Paige's character dangling off the back of the ship.
Yeah.
But it all went good. We had a run-in with the International Customs Police, because apparently this ship is hauling illegal goods. But we were able to land. That's able to get sorted out with just the threat of being annihilated if we didn't give up the goods, I believe. So now we are left here, stranded on a giant floating rock with a city on it in the middle of space, sitting at the Happy Beholder, drinking drinks, and absolutely lost.
You are. You have
Wait
no idea.
There is something here that I've...
What was that?
Carrion, I'm pretty sure, added an infusion to my trident. Did he not?
He did.
I think you said you were to leave it to you.
And I think I forgot to do it.
I don't think there's an infusion in here.
I did not put an infusion in. I still have to do it, and I totally forgot. I don't even remember which one he did. I have to remember.
Could it be an infusion that swaps my intelligence and wisdom modifiers?
So he... I can't...
What he really wanted to.
Fuck! Literally all... Oh, so it was a rune of returning. That's what he added to my trident. So I could throw it and have it come back.
Okay, so I will add that to your trident when I get a chance to, and it'll be returning, so you can. But I totally forgot.
Is there a way I can do that?
I mean, I think you can.
You got this.
But you would have to do edits, and you would have to make a new item to be able to add that.
That sounds so hard.
Or you can go into the description and go add a note and put it on there. But that's the easy way, and so you'll just have to remember that note because you won't always see it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So cool. I am excited. Also, I have a bunch of new things. So I have two sponsors to my show now.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if it was. I had the second sponsor on our last episode, but I have two sponsors now.
One last time.
So I am now sponsored by two different places, and the first is Misty Mountain Gaming, where you can go get all of your gaming needs. And most of us have worked for Misty Mountain Gaming. Hey, yes. Dead Nettle. So most of us have worked with or worked for or work in some capacity with Misty Mountain. So they have amazing stuff. So go check out their entire line. You can use Violet Femme at checkout and get 10% off your order. My other new sponsor that these people don't know is WePrintMiniatures.com. You can, if you want miniatures, you can go. They have 75,000 different miniatures that you can have printed, and they have a huge selection. They have so many miniatures. Go check them out. There's also a link in the description down below, and you can check them out. And if you use Violet Femme 1975 at checkout, you will also get 10% off. So if you want Dungeons and Dragons shit, go check them out. They're awesome stuffs. I also have maybe a couple more sponsors coming. Hopefully, we'll see what happens in the near future because I have lots of people out there. Anyway, but to get on with the show, you all are sitting in this tavern in a very strange city with strange looking people, some of which you've never seen before, like other dragonborn that you did see one picture of, a purple one in a picture, and is supposedly the captain of the ship that you had come in on. And there are around you beholders that you would the beholder that you met that you've never seen before. You've never even heard of a beholder. There are these people. They are plasmoids. They look like walking slime. So yes, they are in space. Oops. Not sure how that happened. So should we call this show Idiots in Space now?
Yes.
Because all of your
I feel like that's the
characters
most accurate now.
I was gonna say you could just call it
Holy shit.
idiots. I feel like that
My last roll was
Yeah,
a natural
shorten it.
perception check. Let's go. Anyway, seeing Slime walk past, Corvus is going to look at his brother and be like, "Brother, I think we have discovered the monster's lair. The night beasts that have hounded our lands for centuries. I think we are in the thick of it." His eyes are fixed on this slime as it walks past.
and it just walks past.
Yeah, super casual, but like Corvus is just like, and he like full turns, eyes on it, hands gripping a trident, and it's just like, say the word, brother, and I'll end it.
it is true that we did not know where the beasts came from, and there does not appear to be day or night here. So maybe they only appeared at night because it reminded them of home.
Yes. Upon our travel, all we saw was black emptiness out from the window. This must be it. Otherwise, why else would we be here?
I'm gonna like sort of peer around the corner and stare at the big Luigi, the giant beholder at the bar, and go, and I suppose if I had to guess what beings from the heavens looked like, that certainly is one of the things that it could look like.
As one eye slowly turns and points in your direction.
Corvus is
They like us, brother.
Corvus is gonna be like, he's also gonna politely kind of wave and just be like, I'm not sure which eye to look at, the big central one or the other little ones that are kind of on the appendages.
And they're like looking all over the thing, and you notice that he's like keeping an eye on everybody and everything that happens in his bar. And Jade is here.
So-
Welcome, Jade.
Hello.
Oh,
Jade. So Jade is on a part of your sister show on the Ever Given. She's the captain of their ship.
Oh, you're about to
Ooh,
realize we're really shit at what we do.
we are not the
For sure.
professionals.
No. We're
Uh,
the idiots that were launched into space and are hoping for the best.
We're not even
Oh.
doing that much.
Yeah, no.
A few moments goes by as you just taking in all of this weirdness that you all have never seen before. And a moment later, you see the beholder like is hovering over towards your table and stop, and all of the eyes kind of point down and
Press
look at you.
disadvantage. Give
And
them no quarter.
Thank you so much. We need it.
you guys all now
thank
have
you.
1 point of advantage.
Can I just do
Thank
like
you,
an
you're a hero.
time to fight! Time to fight! Strike while the iron is hot!
Brother, I'm punching the slime.
We can take a beholder.
I'm also worried about everything else in this bar.
As the beholder
Oh.
comes up and for a moment, and is kind of all of the eyes focus on you for a moment, he looks at you all. Carrion told me to give you a free food, and for you're going to be staying here for a short while. Do you know how long?
Yes.
Life is full of mysteries. Some that we shall never know, and some that we shall.
Mm.
In other words, hard to say. Probably at least a few days.
No problem. I owe him a couple. I owe him. So anything you need
Money.
for food wise or lodging is on the house.
That
Much
is
appreciated.
Great. What does currency look like here?
A small gold coin comes hover. You see the small little bag that's sitting on his side. One of the eyes looks at the bag, and a coin comes hovering out, and it's a gold coin, almost
Okay.
exactly like yours,
So at
but
that,
different symbols on it.
Corvus is gonna be like,
Mm.
oh, I see, brother. The eyes are its hands.
Question. What do you all do when night falls?
I mean, most of us sleep.
Reasonable.
That's kind of what you do when darkness falls. Why would you ask such a weird question?
When
Well,
is
where
it
we
night
came
here?
from,
Usually when the rock turns on its side and becomes night, and
Question.
and the underside becomes lit.
Is this a ship? Can it be moved?
This is the Rock of Brawl. It is a huge asteroid with a city on it and a city below it.
Ah,
Below
so
it.
therefore it can be moved, because everyone knows rocks can be moved, brother.
I guess if you had a large enough ship.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, is there any sort of
But with all the ships being out of commission and those new people from that strange world that doesn't have magic, they're the ones kind of helping us out until we can get our fleets back up and running.
Are you aware of
Kinda-
any sort of injustice occurring?
Ah, Corvus put a smile starts to creep up on Corvus's face. Any kinds of vengeance needed.
Can't say that I do.
is there?
Where are you all from?
Uh,
That is
I
a
turned in my
wonderful question.
party. Does your home have a name?
The ground. A very large ball, apparently. That was a new thing. I thought it was sort of flat and went on.
I also
For
thought
forever,
it was
but-
flat. My entire perspective is really being thrown for a rock. Get it? Because we're an
Although-
asteroid, brother. All right.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Morgus,
Frank.
Yes.
if our world operates like this one, then there will be a city under it as well, and perhaps that is where the monsters were coming from at night.
Brother, you are a genius.
What are
there was-
you
if there was an-
monsters?
If we were to measure one's intelligence
Yeah.
between a 1 and a 20, you must definitely be up at 23.
Hmm. It would be
Because
critical
that
for what
is-
is to come.
Genius.
You see two eyes literally watching both of them, and they kind of look at each other, and one shakes and the other one shakes, and then look at them again.
Brother,
Yeah,
its
where
hands
we
are
came
shaking.
From, where we came from, nighttime was dangerous for us. Hence our question. Monsters would come out at night where we're from. So, hence
Yes.
what level of concern do we need come nightfall?
Is the place you come from named Ishgard?
I forget the island we're from sometimes.
Is that a name that sounds
Yeah.
familiar to us?
Yes, it is your part of your world, the island chain that you all inhabited.
Yeah, I believe Carrion had mentioned that was the name of our place, wasn't it?
I don't know. I was
Okay.
too mad at Carrion for most of that trip.
That's reasonable. He was not the kindest to you. Apologies. But yes, I do believe that that
You mean
is
he
where we're
he
from.
he infused my trident. He's a great guy. I just happen to be mad at him because
I
he
couldn't
might
understand why he
potentially
could be
be
mad at
strong.
you all. Um, so you're looking for work?
In a
I
way,
mean, I suppose so. Is there something that we can help you with?
Yes.
Preferably vengeance.
I
Or
don't
vengeance
Sure, we'll find it
believe
along the way.
vengeance is involved, but if you want
Well,
to
then
take
we're
it out
for
on
it.
the vegetables, you're more than welcome to.
We'll find it along the way, I'm sure. What do you need help with?
So I have some goods that need to be delivered, and I would like someone to accompany them on one of these, because we don't know these strange ships. I have multiple, you know, goods going out and coming in, and because of these strange large mechanical ships that I don't really trust because they're not run by magic. I need somebody to make sure that nobody gets into them.
Nobody gets into the ships.
Nobody gets into the goods.
We can probably do that.
I've
I look
never
at my
been
party.
inside of a vegetable before.
Neither
What
have I.
what do you mean?
Are your goods not food?
I mean, yes, but you're gonna make sure that no one gets not into the good.
Into the goods.
No,
I'm
like
assuming
takes them.
I kind of lean over to Corvus. I'm like, I'm assuming they're in crates, and we probably want to keep people out of the crates, like us with the gun.
Oh, I see. Not
Mhm.
into the literal goods, but the
although
container
likely,
holding the goods.
likely though, we will be trying to prevent people from getting into the physical goods themselves, or to be getting the goods into them.
That would be the
Probably.
more appropriate stance. Yes,
Very well.
I'm
I
not
think we
sure.
can manage that.
I'm not really sure of the intelligence level that needed for this. So
Hopefully
yeah, you
not
guys
that
It's
look.
high.
okay. My brother's a genius.
I'm glad someone's smarter than others. Um. So if
Corvus frowns at that and quickly glances to Serenity, back to the beholder, and is like, "That is not a nice thing to say to a lady."
I just clap you on the back. Thank you, Corvus.
I. So he totally turns to the all eyes focus on the other two of you and not on Corvus. So they totally ignore Corvus at the moment and they all focus on you two.
Mhm.
Seems to be ignoring the imbecile. um so to if you're interested, I will pay 50 gold up front, 50 gold on delivery.
Lovely.
Of course. How much gold do we have?
I don't know, brother. You have all of mine.
I have 2.
Um,
We would be
Wait.
delighted to take on the task.
You have all mine. We have 2.
sounds
In my defense, we needed to dye our clothes a cool color.
Oh, that's what it was.
Paige,
I was like,
how much do you have left?
I have 58. Ugh.
Actually, Corvus is gonna quickly go through his pockets and like, oh wait, no, brother, here, and he hands you a small pouch. I'm going to give you all of my gold, which is 17 pieces.
Oh, nice. We are rolling in it.
I've decided
Your
Corvus doesn't
2
need money.
Your 2 has multiplied exponentially. Look at you go.
Incredibly.
By a lot. He looks to the two of you, completely ignoring Corvus again, and fine. One of the large ships outside. I'm not sure the name. it's the farthest one on the dock. So if you go out here, go out to the docks, turn to the right. It's the last dock on the very last ship on in the port. It's
All right.
it's the big metal one, but they're all big metal ones. So I'm not sure how to describe it.
That description sucked.
I mean, they're all big metal machines. I'm not sure if they even name their ships.
When
That's
does it
bad
take
luck.
off?
I'm probably in the next couple. I think by the end of the day. But so if you wanted to do anything while you're here, also just as a I wouldn't go announcing or making after listening to some of your conversation. Maybe not do anything stupid.
We will keep a low profile as
Always.
best we can.
Like murdering my my friends. And
Murdering your
one
friends?
eye looks up towards the plasmoid that you guys have been eyeing and wanting to kill.
I can assure you, we will only murder your friends if they deserve it. So tell yourself, how good of company do you keep, and should you be worried?
Exactly. Corvus kind of slams a hand on the countertop, and it's just like, we only murder for vengeance. Just vengeance. Speaking of, pulls out the new pamphlet for you.
One of
Good
the
information.
one eye that had it literally had lifted the coin points looks at and pulls in the pamphlet, and he reads it and is like, but like there's already a god of vengeance.
Not a very good one, and not
Yes.
for long.
Rubbish. New management is coming.
Okay, and you see it go into the pouch that is kind of on its side. It just kind of hovers and goes into the pouch. Yeah, I wouldn't be passing those around a lot. But good luck. 50 gold, and 50 gold comes out and sets in a small pile in front of you.
I suppose I will take it, I guess. Nobody else is?
Go for it.
If you decide not to take it, I will be expecting my payment back.
Completely understandable.
Reasonable.
Because you're staying here and all. I kind of know where you live.
Yes.
Okay.
You mentioned food and drink, though.
Yes.
Beautiful. If we could get some dinner, and then we'll be on our way.
You see one of the other eyes kind of turn around and for a moment, and you see one of the barkeeps. All right, got it. And he didn't say a word. And he uses his eye to communicate, the telepathy eye. And so a few moments later, as he turns around and begins to float away, a bunch of food comes. There's some roast chicken and some roast duck. There's also some vegetables and a bunch of some drinks for you all.
We're eating
As-
with them. Good to know.
Lovely.
As they're like bringing the food, I will turn to Corvus and say, Corvus, did you see how they responded to the pamphlet?
I did, brother.
The way I see it, the only way that they would not wish us to give these out is if there was someone in this city that would be afraid of vengeance or would wish to stop it. So in my opinion, the fastest way to find the target of who we need to enact vengeance on would be to distribute as many of these as possible.
Oh,
So
Brother,
they
I was
find
thinking.
us.
I was thinking the exact same thing. See, in my head, brother, I thought perhaps that whoever it was that might not want us to distribute these would be competition, and maybe there's a race to become the new god of vengeance because someone else has figured out that the current god of vengeance is.
We must put a
false.
stop to that immediately.
Immediately, brother.
Again, the same solution as before.
it is becoming clearer and clearer that we were meant to be upon this rock.
Serenity, your thoughts?
That's a way we could go about it. Mhm.
Literally, in Serenity's mind right now, I'm just the way I envision it is just, where the fuck did my sister go?
Yeah, I'm all alone in space with these two, and this is going interesting. Oh no, we're gonna start a war in the middle of the city. Not
But
good.
before that,
We're not
brother,
going to start a war. We're going to finish a war that has already started.
Oh,
A war
no.
against injustice.
I think first we eat, we deliver these goods,
Help
maybe see
me.
some pamphlets in the goods,
Oh, a brilliant plan.
and
After
go
all,
from
they're going to be
there.
delivered off-world.
Yes.
So what
which-
better way to get the word out?
Exactly. Cast a larger net, brother. Pull in more fish.
It seems that our time on a ship served you well.
Well, you learn a thing or two. In the 3
Yes,
days we've traveled. Our church literally burnt down like 4 days ago.
Look, we've been going through it.
Oh no.
Flex is many things, but slow to pivot is not one of them.
Hey man. Luigi calls out. Corvus calls out to Luigi. And is just like, tell me, do you have a map?
I mean, you can probably you can go pick one up at the hold on, I will give you a name of a place and you can get one
Ooh.
there. Hold on a second. I will give you a location. 1 second. I got to pull it up. Locations in Brawl. At the Traveler's Rest. You can probably get one there.
And how do we get there? I don't know. We don't know where to go. Do you have a map to get to the Traveler's Brawl?
The Traveler's Rest.
Do you have a map to get to
Sure,
the map?
the Traveler's Rest. Do you have a map to get to the map?
I don't have a map to get to the map, but I can give you directions.
Perfect.
Could you,
We will
could you
remember
write the
those.
directions down on paper?
One of the small eyes kind of looks at you. Looks back to one of them. And
So where do we go?
143 is so leaving the building, go down the street, turn to the right.
Okay.
You'll come to a turn to the right again. Follow that
Okay.
all the way until you come to a T intersection.
Okay.
And then you're going to go left, go to the
Mhm.
main road. You'll come
Okay.
to the big road in the center, turn to the
Mhm.
right, and it's the building on the left on the other side of the street. You can't miss it.
Mhm.
It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it.
So it's right,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
left, right,
Yes.
end of the street.
Right, left, right.
Right,
Got it.
Right, left, right.
wrong.
Right, left, right, wrong. I am
Yes.
unfamiliar with this term wrong in relation to directions.
Really? Oh, it's the best way to go.
I would agree with
You
her.
find lots of fun things.
I would agree
This
with
is
her. You should definitely. So, for not for you, but for the other two, I think that they should continue straight. It will take them a very long walk off a very short pier.
Oh, lovely. Just
Why would we walk off the pier? Our child.
No, you can take a long walk off of the short pier.
That seems counterproductive to the job we're about to do.
100%. So I would give it to the person with the most intelligence out of you all.
Oh, that would be my brother.
Corvus, if you may recall, we are delivering these to a ship, yes? A ship is likely on the end of the pier, so we'd be taking a walk longer than the pier to deliver the goods to the ship.
See?
The eye turns away from you all and seems to be ignoring you now.
Thank
We have
you.
bested
Much
them.
appreciated.
Now, I suppose we shall eat and then head out.
Very well.
Sounds like a good plan.
I eat, Corvus says.
You begin eating, and
No.
it is fantastic food. Some of the
Fantastic
best
food.
some of the best you've ever eaten.
The best I've ever eaten.
Oh my god.
I agree with that. This is lovely.
Frank has determined at the beginning of this episode, he said, I'm going to break Kristen at every turn that I can.
Gets closer and closer.
I can help you with that, Frank.
No, please don't.
Join me, brother.
join
He
us?
doesn't need any help. He does this to me all the time anyway.
Okay, cool. We eat. I'm gonna write that down. We eat. We don't. We get
Delicious
shit
food.
directions to a map.
I have already
You go
lost
right,
direction,
left,
by
right.
the way.
Right, right,
What
left,
is it?
right.
Right, left,
Right,
right.
right, left, right.
Correct.
Right, left, right. All right. I
No,
suppose
it's
at
not
the-
all
at
right.
the
It's
end
all.
of-
It's
at
all.
the-
It's left, left, or it's right, right, left, left. Left,
At
right,
the-
right, left, right. Sorry.
At the end of our meal, Corvus is just gonna be like, "Are we ready?"
I believe so.
Sounds good.
Very well. I,
Would you like me
I,
to leave?
preacher. Where are your
We-
goods? We are ready to depart.
They're on the docks, being loaded on the ship.
So confused. I
think
thought we were delivering the goods to the ship.
I believe we are guarding the goods at the ship.
Yes.
Well, on the
I
ship. While you're on the ship,
see.
you will be guarding the goods.
So we're going on another ship.
Went
That's
well last time.
usually how that works.
Remember, long walk off a short pier and all of that.
Right, of course, brother. Yes. Very well.
Well, I suppose we are ready to depart then.
Excellent. Let us go to find a map.
And you said your
We shall
name was
leave.
Luigi, right?
Large Luigi is what everyone calls me.
Pleasure to
First
meet you,
name
Large Luigi.
Large?
Consider having better friends. And then I will leave.
And he as you walk away, he looks to Serenity and says, I think you should find smarter friends.
I appreciate the suggestion. I'll keep an eye out. Follow them out the door.
Corvus has got what's called as the first to depart. Corvus is gonna kind of like have a staring contest with his central eye, and then slowly make his way over to Luigi. Put a hand on the counter and lean in, and just be like, "You have a good establishment here, Large Luigi. Never forget that. And should you ever need vengeance, you know who to call." And he'll
Yes, I do.
and he'll
Won't
turn
be
around
you.
and walk away. What's called? Corvus stops, looks back, points at him, and just be like, "Someday, you'll seek us. I feel it." And then he'll continue walking out.
You
As
wa-
he does, he turns left.
No, wait. I'm gonna grab Corvus by the shoulder and just be like, just follow me. I beg of you.
Wait, no. Did Large Luigi not say left, left, right, right, left?
Right, right, left, right.
Right, left, left, right,
No, it was right, left, right, wrong.
right,
Wrong.
left.
Those were a sequence of words that were said, correct?
Serenity,
Oh.
which way are we going? Left or right?
Follow
or
me.
wrong?
Just follow me. Come this way, and I'm gonna turn to the right and lead on.
as you watched him walk out the door and start to turn to the left, you see Luigi out of the corner of your eye, Serenity. And as if a large eye could roll its eyes, or eye in this case, it would roll its eyes.
Would it not?
I mean, it only has one, so it can't roll its eye. It rolls its eye.
Gotcha.
Fair.
As we walk, Corvus is like, I liked him.
He was very friendly.
For
Well,
being a monster you all were thinking about killing.
it begs the question: what defines a monster?
Well, I suppose a monster would be more defined by their actions than what they look like.
I guess now, yes.
Well, action-wise, he fed us and housed us for free, so...
Well, at the same time, that was done as a favor. Apparently.
This is fair.
I think we do not know enough about where we are to truly pass a judgment on these folk yet. As we are walking, I'm going to be keeping an eye out to see if anybody looks distressed. Or
As Lex says that as well, another slime walks by, and Corvus is just like, but when we do, they're getting it first.
As you say that, the slime, the eyes were focused ahead, just the eyes, not the whole face, just the eyes twist in its body and are looking at you as it continues to walk forward.
Yeah, that's fair.
remember, low profile, brother.
Right. Corvus kind of like drops his weight a little and kind of starts Pink Panthering.
So, do I see anyone who looks distressed or
The
distraught?
double
in their
face
ways to
palm! That was amazing! I've never seen that in my life! Holy shit! I'm gonna get clipped! I'm clipping that later! That's amazing!
Yes, you can definitely clip things. Add jail. Okay, they're free.
That was fucking hilarious!
Yeah, we had an ad.
Oh, I gotta see it, I gotta see it.
So you all walk out, you turn to the right, you go down the little alleyway, and you turn to the right again, and you find yourself down a small street that kind of zigzags a little tiny bit, and then you find yourself at a T. Which way are you going?
To the left?
To the left. You continue for about 50 or 60 feet to the end of the building, and you see a very large open, one of the main thoroughfares, and you see on a little sign, and it says Eel Street. And it runs north
I
and
believe
south.
to the right here.
Yes.
I'm gonna wander to the right.
You walk down the right, and across the street, just a little ways, you see a sign that says on it, the Traveler's Rest.
Wandering in.
You wander in, and you see that it is an inn, but it has almost like a welcome or a rest stop where they have like pamphlets and they talk about the city and all the sights that you can see. It's kind of the welcoming place.
Question.
I instantly look for an empty slot to
That's what I
shove
was
some
about to
pamphlets
say.
in.
That's
I
exactly
was
what
about to
say.
also suggest everybody's mind in the same place.
Are there any empty pamphlet
So
slots?
if that's the case, I imagine we all look at the pamphlet board, all of our
Yeah.
eyes link up, and we instantly start looking for an empty
Yeah. If there is no empty spot, I'm going to find an uninteresting looking one and pull them out
Yeah.
and just keep them.
Oh no, what have I done?
You've allowed us. We're gonna make a mess.
Yes, I mean, we are here.
More so than we already have.
So
We
you
haven't done anything yet. What do you mean?
you put a bunch of your pamphlets into one of the slots, and you do see one that is the map of Brawl.
I take one. And I look at it.
And now you can use your map that you guys, the big huge map that you guys see, but it doesn't have any like labels on it, except for some of the street names. So you guys can zoom in and look at the map that I gave you all of the entire Rock of Brawl.
So peering
Beautiful.
over Serenity's shoulder, Corvus is just gonna be like, he's gonna like rest his chin on her shoulder and just be like, Serenity, where are we?
Great question.
As you're looking at the map, I will ping it for you so you guys can see where.
Beautiful. Because I was like, Paige is too stupid. Help me. I don't know where I am. I see Eel Street.
I fucking don't see.
You're at the very end of Eel Street, and you are currently. So you were here.
There's Temple Square, Hammer Street.
We were where?
Hold on. You
Street.
currently.
Oh, yes. I see.
So you are currently right here.
Here?
Okay. And where is
I'm assuming one of these.
the
So we're probably going.
No,
through
no,
this
you're
one.
literally right here. This is where you currently are. This is
Where
where
is
you
the-
started.
Yeah, because this is.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of point to different points on the map and just be like, so it looks like we started here, and then here's the little route we took. This is where we are, and then I'm gonna point to the docks and say,
And this
so it
is the
seems like if we follow this street, we'll run into the
and
dock
this
building.
is the docks.
Yeah.
So all
And
of
we're
these
going
are
to the
docks,
one
and you're
all
going
the
to
way
the
in.
very last one. So you need to find Dock Street and go all the way down to Low Street, and then you can find the correct street.
Is there anything else that we want to do before we wander to the ship? Do we need to restock anything?
I don't know, but I want to go see what's at the end of this ship. What's on Grand Street? What's this big space here?
I don't know. We could sure find out. It seems like we're going to pass it along the way
It-
anyway.
It looks sort of like a castle, does it not?
Ooh.
And so, Corvus's eyes meet Lex's, and he's like, my thinking is, brother, the person who doesn't want us distributing pamphlets likely lives there.
That is true. Evil almost always comes from power. But not with us!
Not
when
with
we need
us!
it.
Well,
We are going to be the change that breaks the wheel.
when you were coming in, you did see the large lake over the large lake in far off in the distance, and you could see that it went up like levels. Like so, it's one
Yeah.
level up here, level, and then it goes up. And at the top, there is a large castle at the top, a large building.
Yep, that would be this thing over here.
That would
Yeah,
be the end of. That's what's at the end of Grand Street.
Yep.
So that would be Prince Andrew's castle, yeah?
His name is. Let me pull it
Or
up.
I'm just using the top diagram of the ship.
The top diagram of the
Yeah.
ship.
There's like a side profile, and it says Prince Andrew's Castle.
Oh yes.
I don't know if we're going to have time to explore the castle and get to the ship on time.
Oh no, we can definitely. My proposal is we finish this job, get it done, so we don't have anything to worry about. We will have our living expenses paid for a while, and that will give us freedom to explore and to start to actually get to work with our real work.
My one singular concern is, brother, the last time we stepped aboard a ship, we ended up not on our world anymore.
Well, given the power of those ships, if they do intend to kidnap us and take us somewhere else, we may just simply seize the ship and turn it to wherever we wish.
I do not know how to fly one of those things, brother.
I
Well, it
feel
seems like the
confident.
last one had some sort of automation. We just have to be able to figure out.
Yes, that weird spectral thing in the center and the heart.
And it seemed to speak our language, which means that we can probably ask it to fly the ship for us.
That will only be a concern if they do kidnap us.
Very well. I suppose I am thinking of things that have yet to pass.
But it's
Very
good
well.
to be aware. It's good to think of these things ahead of time to be prepared. So, well done.
Thank you, Serenity.
Shall we wander to the shipyard then?
Is there
Yeah.
anything else we need here?
I don't believe so.
Corvus is going to take a couple of tourist attraction pamphlets and just be like, well, when we come back, might
For
be
light
good
reading.
to take a little look-see at what attractions there are in this. What did they call this? Brayloom
Brawl.
Rock?
Rock of Brawl, I believe.
Oh, the Brawling Rock.
Yes, that's it.
Very well. Excellent. I wonder if there is a brawling spot. It doesn't really
Gotta
sound
be.
righteous, but
Ooh, that could be fun.
are you much of a brawler, Serenity? I thought you were more in the psh, psh. He does like magics.
It depends. I'm a little bit of a rebel at heart, so at times, but
I know. It is why we like you.
mhm.
As someone is walks behind you. Oh, you're looking for attractions in the area? I definitely suggest you check out the Royal Theater Company.
Theater.
Ooh, theater.
Yeah, they've been
That's
around for quite a while, and they're amazing.
Ooh,
What is
are
their
one of these
latest
pamphlets
showing?
for them?
I'm actually not sure what they're showing at the moment, but I was there, and they showed this old, very old play. I think they called it Shakespeare or something. I don't know.
Why would you
Shakespeare.
shake us?
It's a common tactic to intimidate your enemies is to shake
I-
your spear. It makes a lot of
Yes.
sense.
But
Yes,
It
that
is
makes
it
sense.
is it is a text that supposedly has been around for millennia. I don't know.
Oh,
I've never read a text Shakespeare. I can't imagine it would be a very thrilling read. And he pulls out his trident and just shakes it.
it's a theater company. Usually, they're well known for taking the boring and making it interesting. So I'm sure that it'd be worth the watch.
You are the performer, so we will take your recommendation.
It would be
Corvus,
so fun.
the best way to reach people is through the performing arts. Do you think we could convince them to put on a play
Why don't we just do it
concerning
ourselves?
Also, if you're looking,
Oh, brilliant choice.
if you
Mhm,
are
mhm.
looking for food and you want the best the Rock has to offer, I would
We've had
definitely
it.
suggest.
Large Luigi has the best food on this rock.
I mean, if you like crap, but I would suggest the Man of War.
You want us to go onto another ship?
No, the Man of War is a restaurant.
Oh,
It
where's
overlooks
at?
the lake. It's a really nice place. You would
Can you point it out on the map for me?
looks at not at the one dressed in a really nice dress. Looks at the two of you who are not in the greatest of, I mean, they look decent, but
We're in nice robes now.
oh, that's true.
splurged.
You did splurge. That's correct. I was
Why
thinking
we're
you
on
were
2 gold.
Oh, I'm still
Um,
working on my outfit. How close am I to being done?
You're almost done.
Yes.
It's very close. But kind of looks at the boys and is like, but you definitely want to clean up.
Where's it at on this map?
He will point it out, and it is in the Midtown district, and it is. Where's it on Upper Town? Oh, it's in Uptown. It
Yes,
is
We
10.
would be looking for an uptown girl.
Oh my god.
It's in my head now too. But
I know it's gonna be there for a while.
It is
I shouldn't have said
there.
anything.
So on your
You've
map,
cursed us.
on
Yeah.
your map, it would be right. You need to zoom out a little ways because I am. It's.
Yep.
It's right here.
Oh, perfect. Ooh, and I kind of look at you two. When we go to visit the castle, that may be a nice celebratory after party.
This is true. But business before pleasure. I suppose we should be on our way.
Sounds good. Much appreciated, I say to the fellow as we
Yeah,
start
no
heading
problem.
out.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so we head on our way to the ship. Does anything happen on our journey?
Other than seeing some very strange beings that, different races that you had never seen before, and you also see a couple of mechanical people in that are all machine.
Hmm.
as you're passing through constructs and things like that, there are some of every race you could possibly imagine in the any D&D book. Races of all sorts. There are some orcs and goblins and every once in a while you'll see a small kobold run through the crowd.
And we're certain we're not killing them, because we definitely have in the past.
You definitely have in the
wow.
past.
These ones appear to be less angry than the ones we're used to.
That's definitely less threatening. As I watch them like casually walking by us.
It is. I find myself fighting my trained instincts to stab it.
Probably a good idea for now until we know what we're working with.
Very well.
Oh.
I shall trust your judgment. Let us go and protect these goods.
Yes, we have a job to do.
So you make your way, and which way are you going? Because I can describe what things look like if you are
Corvus
going.
is going to go south.
South.
You can't go
I
south.
thought we were at the southmost part of where we were.
You were.
Yeah.
Corvus
So I
is going to
suppose-
go right.
I suppose we could just take it down and around. Yeah,
Like that.
through where Caleb just
So
like along the
you
dot.
leave the building, and as you walk out of the front door, you are facing the south. What would technically be the south.
Yeah.
And which way are you headed? So Caleb is, or Corvus is going right.
The other way.
You're gonna go right.
I grab you again by the shoulder and I loop my arm in yours, just like very like nice and friendly, like come
Yeah,
on, bud,
super
we're going
casual.
this way, and I like pull you along.
At you looping your arm in his, I'm going to take like 3 steps back just to give the two of you some space.
As you go to step back to, I'll loop my other arm in yours and hold both of you and start leading down the street.
Corvus is like, this is pleasant.
I'm very nervous I'm going to lose the two of you.
Do we start skipping?
Yes, indeed. No.
Indeed to know. Okay.
We're
I
linking arms. We're
and you're
so
going
cute.
down
We
around
need better.
around Round Street.
Yes.
Okay, so as you begin to head down and around Down Street, head towards the docks. I'm sorry, wrong place. I was in the wrong area. You pass a small building as you come around the corner onto Dock Street, and you see a sign that says 45. I have labels on all of my buildings. Demirio's Tannery
Ooh.
is on the very, very corner. So it is the building that is right. I'll ping the map. Right here.
Yep. Okay.
And as you continue walking around that corner, to your across the street from there, is 146. You see a sign hanging above the door that says House of Otobe, Otobe.
Ooh.
And that is
Okay.
here. It's the small building here. It's the group of buildings right here on the corner. As you continue a little bit further, the next building you see is the Griffin Company.
Interesting.
And that is this building here.
Okay.
The little yellow one on the corner.
Yeah.
You go a little bit further and you see this big round, a round domed building here. And that is House Marawa.
Can we tell by looking at it what it is?
I will tell you in 1 second. This is on lower, so it is House Marawa. I can tell you 1 second. Google. What's the name of it? House Morella. Which one is it? Oh, there it is. That's the one. So it appears so as you're walking by it, they are outside. You just see you see these like this small like gate in front of it, and it's written in golden letters, House Marawa.
Mhm.
And you don't really, it doesn't seem like a business. It seems like a personal household of
Gotcha.
someone that could be important, but you're not really sure who.
We'll find out at some point.
You continue on, and
Mhm.
you see a building for an what appears as it's a little bit of a fancier building, but there is guards in front of this gate, and you see it says embassy above the arch to lead into the gate, and it says Shao Embassy. Shou, Shao Embassy.
Shao Embassy, got it.
Seems to be some other world's embassy on the rock.
Okay.
And as you turn, you see Grand Street further down. And
Yep.
the street is the largest street you've seen in the city so far. It is probably like 5 or 6 carriages wide, and is probably the grandest street that you've ever seen in your life.
Hmm.
You see buildings on both sides, and people doing have their goods and things. You do see as you look down the street, you do see a large opening towards the north side of the street, and there is a huge uh, so if you've ever been in New York City, and if you ever walk into one of the market districts, and there's the huge
Hmm.
sign that says market, you see a
Yeah.
huge sign that says market above
Ooh.
above a huge thing, and that is where the market is located,
Cool.
and it is the 101,
I'm
the
sure we'll
lesser
go back
market,
there
and it's
once we
called the
have
lesser market.
lesser market. Got it.
Um, so do you want to continue down Dock Street or turn onto Low Street from there?
We might as well turn down Low Street, right? And then wander down to the dock from there.
Where are we at? Because we're on Dock Street.
We're here.
Yeah, up
Oh,
here.
yeah, I get what you mean. Like,
You're here.
go,
Yeah, you're here.
yep, go along the edge. Might as well. It looks like that's also going to take us closest to where we're trying to go, so I'm not upset with that.
Yeah.
All right, you see 121. You see the trading company, which is a huge trading company. It's right here on the corner. So it'd be right here, the trading company. And then as you continue past, you see a set of stairs that go down towards one of the docks. And Low Street continues on.
Hmm. Got it.
You continue down Low Street. You see 19, 18, 18. You see some warehouses You see a bunch of warehouses as it goes further down, and when you get to the end of Low Street, just before you get to the end, I'll show you exactly where it is. You see another set of small stairs leading down to the docks right here. As you walk down the stairs, you see these absolutely much larger ships than all of the small ships that you see. Most of them, the small, tiny ships, are not working. So, like, the ship you came in is like a quarter of the size of this large mechanical ship. These things are huge in comparison. And as you begin to approach the ones on the ship, you see them taking off, and all of the small ships seem to be out of commission at the moment.
No.
Makes sense.
As you're walking up, you see them loading onto the very last dock a bunch of goods, a bunch of miscellaneous crates and boxes that are being loaded into the back of one of these ships, and it has this dock that literally folds down, and they just enter into the ship from the back of the ship. And as you approach, one of the dock masters looks up. Hey, what you doing on my dock?
We were sent by Large Luigi to help guard some just some items, I suppose.
From
we don't
Large
really know what
Luigi.
they
He
are.
opens up a small notepad. Oh, okay. So I do have a shipment of vegetables and fruits.
I knew it! I knew it would be vegetables!
Yeah. Yes, they are fruits and vegetables. And they are going to what is the sorry, I've got to remember the name of the place that I had written up where this one was going. Oh, I don't. Oh, there it is. I need to get off of this page. Actually, I'm just going to open up a new tab. It's easier that way. My campaigns, all my notes, and the notes for the Ever Given. These goods are going to a place called Temple. So
What kind of temple?
that's the world's name is called Temple.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Do
So
we need to bring any resources or anything with us, or is everything provided?
everything I believe is provided. Yeah. You guys should be good to go.
How long will this voyage take, and will we be returned here?
I mean, if you get a shipment back, probably.
How common is it for shipments to come back?
Seems as though we don't have any ships at the moment, and we're relying on these Zardia ships. Yeah. I don't know.
I think Large Luigi was trying to get rid of us.
But where we currently live there.
And he pulls up a small. He pulls out a small bag. I was instructed to make sure that whoever was watching this would get this gold after it's been delivered.
All right, I
And he
suppose no reason why not. Any objections?
None. Let's get this over with so we can get back to our real work.
All right, onward, I suppose.
Sounds like a plan to me. All right, you can get those loaded now. Luigi's stuff. Yep, those ones right there. And you see some dock workers start loading a bunch of crates onto the ship.
Corvus assists.
About 20 or 30 minutes goes by. All of the crates are loaded. and you're now standing in the cargo hold of a very large ship.
As Corvus does that, helps, he's going to inspect the additional dock workers to make sure none of them are doing anything untoward to the crates.
No, they're
He
just
is-
yeah. None of them.
You're-
None of them seem to be doing pretty well. Especially, you do notice that there are a group of 4 individuals. They have these strange looking rifles that you all have seen before.
Mhm.
They're the only
Mhm.
ones you've seen on the rocks. Is of all the weapons you see normal, swords and things like
Yeah.
that. Once in a while you'll see like pistols, but they're like old style pistols, like
Yeah.
flintlock, regular guns. These seem to be technologically advanced, kind of like the guns that you had seen before that he was
Cool.
smuggling.
Corvus just wants to make sure that these guys aren't he takes his protective job seriously, so he wants to make sure no one's fucking with the vegetables.
No one seems to care about the vegetables.
Yeah, that's what they
especially
wanted
with
to think.
with these guards standing over and watching as all of the stuff is loaded. Everyone seems to be super scared of them.
At that, Corvus is just going to be like, "Hey, I've got an eye on you two." At one of the random dock workers.
And they're like, they're also got an eye on us.
I know. So you leave those vegetables alone.
I need all of you to roll a perception check.
Absolutely.
I would
You
love
got
to
it.
roll a dice in our game of D&D.
I know, it's about
First
time.
roll of the night. Oh. 12.
Nice.
Wow,
First roll was a
Caleb!
natural 20. I'll
Look
take
at that!
it.
Look at that Lex roll. And Corvus, not bad.
I'm gonna say, don't get used to it. It's the only time it's happening.
So, Lex and Corvus, as you're saying that, you happen to hear a small buzzing coming from above you, and as you look up, you see these small you're not sure what they are, device that's floating in the middle of the air, and it's
Mhm.
sitting completely still. It's not moving. But you do watch as it kind of slowly turns in midair, and it's like it is literally a drone, FYI.
Yeah.
And you watch it as it spins in the air, and it seems like there's an eyeball underneath of it that is watching everything that's
Mhm.
happening on the dock.
Hmm.
I will go to, like you said, the guards with the guns, and I will point at it and say, "Is that thing supposed to be here? I've never seen its like."
They look at it. Yeah, it's fine.
Just making sure. I suppose we shall guard the vegetables.
Fine.
I will reiterate. I'm saying again to my teammates. I'm suspicious that this specific crate of vegetables needs specific guards. I do fear that Luigi was simply trying to get rid of us.
Could
Corvus
be.
comes back, wipes some sweat off his brow, and is just like, "Fear not, everyone. The dock hands know not to mess with the vegetables. And everything is loaded and we are ready to depart."
Well done.
You see,
job.
as you say that, you see the guards begin to get on board, and the little tiny drones that you had actually spotted begin flying into the hold.
I shall post up by the vegetables. How big of a crate is it?
There are several crates, and there's about 10 or 15 of them. They are stacked up on top of one another. There are 6 rows of all of
Mhm.
these vegetables.
Gotcha.
So they're in crates stacked almost to the ceiling of this large this part of the cargo hold, and you see other types of materials in here also, like building materials and all kinds of different goods. It seems to all be going to the same planet for maybe some sort of reconstruction.
Cool.
Makes sense.
I'm
We are
gonna
yet to
settle in
meet
by
the
crate.
captain.
Um, as you say that, you do hear over. You're not sure where it comes from, but it's coming from the walls. You hear, all hands prepare to leave station.
Is that us?
I
And
believe
you
so.
watch as the back gate begins to close up and it locks into place, and you hear a as the door closes.
Off we go.
Well, hopefully we can return.
You don't feel a thing as the ship begins to leave harbor and pull out into the astral sea.
So as it closes, Corbett's like, wait! I forgot to give the Dockmaster pamphlets! Wait! Let me out!
I think it might be a little too late, my friend.
No!
You all don't feel a thing but you do look off to one side, and you can see what looks to be portholes.
Mm-hmm.
And you off in the distance you see the Rock of Brawl getting smaller and smaller. And a moment later you hear over the loudspeaker, prepare to go to full speed. All hands, be prepared and lock down all gear.
I suppose I will just watch what everybody else is doing and copy them.
And a moment later, you see streaks go flying by you as you now reach the speed of light.
Ooh.
What is happening?
You
wait,
got
we went light.
very
We went
fast.
light.
You were light
before,
speed
didn't we?
in the other
Yeah.
ship
Okay, cool.
because in the astral sea, ships go the speed of light. Well, actually, faster than the speed of light. And you one of the as you
some of your tasty beverage
Oh.
to wash.
hydrating. No, speaking of which, I ran out of tasty beverage. I have to refill my tasty beverage. Thank you very much for the tasty beverage check.
Mm-hmm.
We always like to have our tasty beverage checks.
Absolutely.
You mind if I wash this down with some of your drink? I love my quotes. They're so good.
Okay.
Unless you want to be taken advantage of, that is.
Give the DM advantage. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to use my advantage.
You didn't need to, bro. You got a natural 20.
I could have gotten
I
two of
could have
them.
though. Dang it.
No, it's
Oh.
fine. It happened.
I'm saving
Okay.
mine.
Yeah, it's probably a smart move.
Yes. I mean, we only have 45 minutes left, so.
So what are all of? So we're all locked in. What are all of like the workers that?
You notice that
we're loading
most
it
of the workers are like, they're not paying attention to you. They are making sure all the straps are down on all of the inside here. You're not sure what they're doing on the rest of the ship. One of the as he's pulling on one of the straps, he looks up and says, he kind of gives you like, has anyone even shown you where your quarters are yet? Like, at all?
No.
I
No,
thought we
if
were
you could-
staying in this cargo bay.
If we could get a tour, that would be lovely.
I apologize. Let me. Apparently, they didn't bother to tell all of us that there were going to be others on board. Let me get somebody on that. Hold on, give me a second. And you see him kind of quickly stop. And he was writing something down, and then puts it away and then runs off. A few moments later, you see one of these this gentleman in these robes. He steps up to you. They are in bright red robes, that all the way to the floor. And hello. How are you all doing? Sorry, they didn't tell us there were going to be anybody else around. So we have to find your quarters. Give me a minute.
Question about these robes. These are not similar to the red robes that the priests of Hoar wear, correct?
That's
No.
that's exactly what I was thinking as well. I was like,
making sure.
I'm about to throw down.
You do see that he has this this hat that looks almost like a wizard's hat, but it's like fallen over and it looks disheveled. So let me see if I can find you some places to stay, and oh yeah, we gotta get you some food. Is there anything else you need?
How would
That
one
seems
go
like a
about
good
acquiring a vessel such as this?
You don't. But because these belong to the High Council, I don't think you're ever gonna get one. But so let's get you let's get you settled, and yeah, let's do that. By the way, what's your names?
Serenity.
Lex,
Corvus Ferrum.
what was your name?
Hold on. I will tell you 1 second because I have to do the silly thing. Hold on.
I think we startled him, brother. He's frozen up.
Happens to
He's
the best of us.
forgotten his name.
He's forgotten his name, poor boy.
Unfortunate.
I'm sure I told it to you. I know I told it to you. But if you guys want to follow me, do you remember what my name was? Because I actually forgot.
No, that's why we asked.
Question. You seem to be quite distracted.
Is it Snabniff? No. Is it? That's so close.
Schnabniff?
Zip. Nofshab? No, that's not it either. It sounds something along those lines, though.
What has happened to you that has distracted you to such a point that you've forgotten your name? Have you been wronged in some way?
Corvus
Nobody
leans in.
wronged me, obviously.
Are you seeking vengeance, perhaps?
No, I don't think I need any vengeance, except for that damn dragon. I don't know where he got off to.
Here's the pamphlet. We know something about dragons.
You've actually met my green one? He's such a pain in my
Your
butt.
dragon?
I have to keep him under control. He's always looking after me. It's something so horrible. Anyway,
Our dragon
but
was
that is
red.
a whole nother story. But what were your names?
Serenity.
Lex.
Serenity,
Corvus
Lex?
Ferrum.
Corvus Ferrum. I'll
Mhm.
remember that forever.
Doubtful.
And if you do not remember your name, I shall dub thee disciple. I will say and put a hand
That's
on the
definitely
shoulder.
not it. Doesn't sound
Oh,
anything
okay.
like it.
the moment he does that, Corvus is like, you should kneel. That's a future god.
Oh, that's right. My name is Zabnif.
Zabnif. Okay. I'll remember that forever.
I mean, it's not pretty easy to remember.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Serenity's talented.
Mm-hmm.
All right, lead away, I suppose, then, Zabnif.
So what was I doing?
Leading us to our
Showing
quarters.
us to our quarters.
Quarters. I used to collect quarters.
Cool.
Funny. So did I once.
They went out of style a really long time ago. Now they use these gold things. I don't understand it. Anyway, so taking you quarters. Got it. And he begins to walk you out into and the door. As you walk towards the door opens. As you approach it, you walk.
Hold on. I will stop you there, Zabnif. I will go and continue to guard our charge. Corvus, Serenity, once one of you has, once you have gotten to the quarters, feel free to relieve me in a couple hours.
A rotation. Very well,
Yes.
brother.
We shall not let it out of our sight.
Seems reasonable. I'll
Do you
try to
think
take some
one?
notes.
Do you think one person is sufficient, or shall we have two?
I think one should be good.
Very well. Serenity
will-
and I shall go to our room together, alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go to sit on the vegetables.
And you see this old man. He's still standing there. Should we go now?
Yes.
Yes, please lead on.
Oh, okay. Making sure because he told me to stop. All right. So he walks into the corridor. This is a ship. These are
Okay.
corridors. These are
Mhm.
doors. They'll open up for you automatically. They were a great invention. I'm the one that told Bezos to do that a really long time ago, but
Oh.
he thought that was a great idea.
Ah, doors. Got it.
And he takes you
Nothing
into.
like doors. There's no handles. Nothing.
I mean, they are
Strange.
doors. Doors are just a portal from one place to another.
No, those are portals. Very different.
Right. The crazy old man just.
Yeah, it's crazy old man versus really dumb guy.
Who's gonna win? Us.
Yeah, don't get Jade started on portals because they've had lots of bad experience with portals.
All
Oh,
right.
no.
So you're saying Corvus needs a portal gun? That's what I'm hearing.
Definitely not.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that'll
love
go
that.
well.
So he begins to take you, and he's pointing out pieces of the ship, and before long, and he's showing you, like, he says, and in there is like where they do the pew pews, and they have all the big guns. Going on, and he's like, and he steps up to this door, and it begins to open, and there's no wall. There's no corridor. There is no. There's nothing going anywhere. And he steps into this small room, and says, "Come on, follow me.
Okay.
What do you think
Following.
we've been doing, Zadim?
Step in."
Zadat.
And the doors
Zibbity
close
Zuba.
behind you, and there's nothing
Zippity, yeah.
There's nothing inside this room. And he says, "Bridge." And a moment later, you feel a small jolt up. Moving up.
Where is this bridge?
And a moment later, the doors open. The same doors you came out of opens, and you see a completely different corridor than before.
What
where
just
you were
happened?
before.
Was this
I
a
think we
portal?
Going
Oh,
to
no,
be-
no. That was an elevator. Made back
What
in
now?
the, they started those way back in the 60s. It was a thing. 50s and 60s
elevator.
elevators. Yeah,
Elevator.
they were a great invention.
What is an elevator?
That was an elevator.
How does it
Say
work?
zibbity zabab.
It's so sad that Lex isn't here. Otherwise, he'd say, "Corvus, we must take a lesson here and elevate ourselves to a higher plane of existence."
Corvus is going to look at this guy and just be like, "Do you have a map?"
Please tell me you have a map.
I do not. There, you just see that little and he points at a number on the thing, and it says deck
Mhm.
1.
Okay.
And it says it, so and underneath it has a bunch of numbers that tells you where you are on the ship.
Where
Why would
were
you
we
need a
before?
map when you have that?
Where were we before?
Deck 7.
We're getting lost, Lex. You are never ever getting your shift.
No,
right
we're
again.
never getting back.
That's
You're
okay.
gonna be there till the day you die.
We're,
So sorry.
we're gonna start running around going, "Where's the vegetables?" that get sent
Yeah,
to the kitchen.
We're gonna have to start rolling intelligence checks, and it's not gonna be good.
So whenever you have a moment, I have a thing I want to do. But you
So-
can finish with them first.
So you begin walking down he leads you down this corridor, and a large door at the end opens up, and inside you see a bunch of people running around doing things. And it's literally the bridge of the ship. And you see one person sitting at the helm, and he looks back at you, and you see one of those plasmoids that you had seen before.
Okay.
And you see his eyes roll to the back of his head and look at you through the back of his head, or is that the front of his head? You're not really sure.
Corvus eyes it, but doesn't say anything.
And he says, "Oh yes, welcome aboard. I have heard we had guests. I was not sure. I believe you're transporting goods for Big Luigi."
Large Luigi, yes. Mhm.
Yes, large Luigi. I'm very sorry. Anyway,
is good.
welcome aboard. This is
Appreciate it.
the Starscream, and we are on our way to Temple to drop off goods.
How long of a travel is it?
It is about 2.5 weeks from here. However, we
Okay.
are stopping. We're making one stop on our home world because we need fuel.
Okay.
Yes, Jade's never been on a Zardia ship. You guys are the first ones.
Oh.
What the fuck's a Zardia?
What's a Zardia? You're about to find out. So we're on our way to Zardia. We have to get some fuel before we continue on, because we're running a little bit low, so we can make the trip.
How far until we reach Zardia?
About a week, a little over a week.
All right.
So
I appreciate the warm welcome to your ship. I appreciate you letting us travel.
it's
Do
not
you
a
have a map?
Oh, please, do you have a
what
map?
we do not have a map. The ship is not that big. But you can just read the deck and the location of the on the hull, and you can figure out where you're at in location to.
Yes, reading, our strong suit. Mhm.
These ships are about 5 to 6 times the size of the small of the ships that last ship you were on.
That was pretty big.
And it was decent sized, but these are huge in comparison.
We'll see you in a couple weeks, Caleb. We'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So
You have vegetables to eat. You'll be fine.
he says, can you show them our guests to their quarters? And one of the crew steps up, and he's like, "Yes, Captain. I will show them to the quarters." Where's that old guy? And he looks around the room, and he's gone.
Oh no. Oh, what was his name? I forgot.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. It's gone. That's
Um,
unfortunate.
I don't think that was his name. This is Frank. I don't think that was his name, but Corvus.
Oh, it definitely was not, but
Yeah.
that's it for sure. That's his new name. He doesn't know it yet, but that's it.
You'll have to rewatch the episode to know what his actual name possibly was, or
No,
or was that his
Zimbabwe,
actually
for sure.
his real name, or I don't know.
It's
They take you to the quarters, and down in the hold we have a Caleb that is now watching. It may have been Jade, but he has a completely different name. Obviously, he can't be the same person. Caleb, you are down in the so Lex, you are down in the hold. What are you doing?
So is there anybody else down here?
You see a couple every so often. A person will pass by. Seems like they're doing other ship things.
What are all of these containers? Like, what do the containers look like? What are they made of?
So most of the ones you see are wood, but you do see some metal containers. You also see some pallets with stuff that's just wrapped up in some sort of mystical magical barrier. It's called cellophane. Um, but it looks like it's held together by some sort of material that you're not sure what it is. But you also see, these huge metal boxes, and then all of these other things, and then you see some really large metal boxes. Those are actually technically shipping containers. So
So I will just wander around the room, obviously always keeping the vegetables in my line of sight, very important.
okay,
But I'm just going to be slipping pamphlets into all the little bins that I can, so, into any crate that I can, like sort of slipping it into the cellophane, trying to disguise it.
okay. Um, you begin to slip notes and pamphlets into all of the crates. Hi, Mads. And as you begin to slip them in, you slip in probably 15 to 20 pamphlets into different crates and nooks and crannies on pallets and things like that. Anything else you're doing?
If there were any workers like hanging around, I'd strike up a conversation. But if everyone's busy, I'm just gonna
It
literally
seems
sit
like
on.
they are currently all busy,
Yeah.
because they just left port.
Yeah.
So
So Lex will just go and sit on cross-legged on top of the vegetable crates and watch, observe, keep watch.
you all, so back to the other two, you get to your rooms, and they are actually rather comfortable. They are, there's a bed for each of you, and you each get your own room. And as you walk up, the door opens, and there's a small bed for you and a place to put some of your goods. It's probably like a 5 foot, 5 foot wide, like 5.5, 10 feet long, probably 10 feet long. And it's the small bed in one side, and then the rest of the room is storage and what things that you brought with you. He shows you to each of your rooms. Do you need anything else?
Corvus is gonna look at Serenity. Do we need anything
And
else?
as you came off the little elevator, you found yourself on deck 3.
Deck 3. Okay. Quarters on deck 3. Vegetables on deck 7. Got it.
Bridge on
Okay.
deck 1.
Bridge on deck 1. Got it. I'm gonna turn and just. I think that the only other thing that we may want to know is where the food is when it's mealtime.
Oh, just go to deck 2.
Deck 2.
Deck 2 is the galley.
How obvious is it where the elevators are in this place? And have we now figured out how to work them?
So as you get into the elevator, he literally says deck 2, deck 3.
Oh, okay. It's just voice command. Okay.
It's literally voice command, and
it.
taking you to the deck that you want to, and you realize that all you have to do is say the words.
Okay.
Do they know what a
Okay.
galley is? I hope so.
I would think so, because they use the same terms.
Very much
like-
Star Trek, except for in Star Trek their elevators move up and down, left and right. This only moves up and down.
Okay. I can't think of anything in particular that we need. We should probably get back to Lex, though, and try and show him around the ship.
I would just love a map.
I want a map so bad.
I don't have a map of their ship.
Has the old man just left us to our own devices?
So this is not the old man anymore. This is another one of the ship's crew.
He seem a little bit more sane.
He seems completely sane.
That's good.
And he's literally all about business. And he gets you to your rooms. Is there anything else? Anything at all?
I don't know. Serenity?
Are we free to explore the ship as we?
I mean, sure. I
spend
mean, just make sure that you don't go into weapons, and I would probably stay away from the antimatter reactor. But I don't trust getting too close to that thing. It's kind of my own personal opinion, but so
Well, we've learned where we eat. We've learned where we guard. We've learned where we sleep. I can't think of anything else we need.
I also cannot think of it. Where do you have a recreational facility?
Deck 4.
Deck 4. Got it.
There's a small gym in there. We have a small pool. There is
Wow.
there's a rock climbing wall. Probably, and there's some a bike and a couple bikes and a couple treadmills, things like that. Yeah, you could probably get some workout in there.
What is a bike and a treadmill?
You can walk on it and you go nowhere.
That seems
Or run.
We'll just walk
counterproductive.
the ship. Reasonable. Especially when we can walk the ship. Maybe we'll eventually learn the layout. Maybe.
Maybe. Here, Corvus hands him a pamphlet for your troubles.
He turns it over and he's like, somebody wants to be a god? Those don't exist. He hands it back.
And he's like, no, they will soon. And he hands it back.
He's like, so somebody wants to become a fake thing that doesn't exist. Got it. Okay. You live in a very fantasy world, but to indulge your fantasies, you should visit Deck 6.
What's on deck 6?
Fantasyland, obviously. And if you
if I like
really
the sound
want
of
to,
that,
if you
personally.
really want to see fantasy, you should probably go to Deck 8. But you could go. I suggest going to Deck 8.
Are
She's
we
on-
being threatened? I look at Corvus.
And
Corvus-
and he's trying to hand it back to you.
Corvus
I'm
frowns. He
good.
doesn't take it back. Corvus is like, I insist you have it, friend.
He's like, sure. As you watch him crumble it up and put it in this chute,
Can't believe this
and it
disrespect.
disappears.
Thank you. I think we're good from here.
Good luck.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah. Trying to get this guy out of here before something bad happens.
Wisdom check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're okay. We're okay.
What were you
Corvus,
gonna do?
if I rolled below a 10, I was gonna punch him in the face.
Oh no.
That's fair.
Oh no.
Corvus just frowns but says nothing else.
Okay. So if do you know how to get everywhere now? You're good?
I think we can figure it out from here, yes.
All right, I have stuff to get back to on the bridge. If you need anything, you can. He points towards this small device that's on the wall, and you've seen them throughout the ship. Just you can use the comms and ask for help, and we can make sure you're accommodated.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Accommodated?
Funny. So think of Star Trek-ish with the ship. It's so far in advanced in the future that you guys can't even begin to imagine. You guys are in complete. This is
Yeah, we
super advanced.
even if we had a level 20 intelligence,
yes.
what is happening?
Corvus is going to walk up to the chute. And Serenity, you're going to be able to tell that he looks visibly disheartened.
I'm gonna kind of
And-
walk up beside you and just
and
kind of
just
rub
c-
your shoulders a bit.
And he's just going to say, I just do not understand, Serenity. Each pamphlet we've handed out, we are met with distrust, or at the very least, no sense of eagerness. Perhaps our strategy might be a little bold in this, our marketing strategy, I mean, but my brother and I just want to help people. And it feels like no one understands that. Apart from you, of course.
Well, You did win me over, so, I mean, if I may say, it does work. I just think that patience is key, and you know people, they're distrusting, they don't know us, and I think it will take time and some patience. And I'm sorry, it's not fair for them to treat you this way. You do deserve respect regardless. So I apologize on his behalf. And you kind of see a little bit of venom behind what she's saying about this man. Um,
You do not need to apologize for him. It is
Somebody should.
just disheartening. Yes, but not you. It is just a little disheartening. I worked quite hard on each of those pamphlets with your help and Lex's. You know, they're all handwritten because printers haven't been invented in our time.
As you
So,
know.
But
yes.
And he just kind of stops, and you see the big Corvus smile again, and he's like, "But I shall not let this get me down. It is just but a small hurdle in the grand scheme of things."
Yes. Don't let the stupid people bring you down. And I'm going to continue kind of rubbing at your shoulders and trying to encourage you as I kind of note some things around the room, just kind of distracting a bit. Seems like we're
Uh,
going to have a lot to learn wandering around this place.
I fear I have already lost my way.
Yes, I know that we need to get back to Lex. We need to go to deck 7. Um,
I will follow you.
Good plan. It might not be a bad idea for us to go relieve Lex, and then you or I can show him around the ship as one of us guards.
I think I would prefer to stand guard by the vegetables.
That's fair. This place is incredibly confusing, and I would not mind spending some more time exploring and trying to learn it myself. So,
Okay.
shall we go find our friend?
Yes, and he will this time offer you his arm to link arms.
Lovely. Let us wander on.
We
I'm
wander
going to reach
on!
up and wander on.
You come up to the magic elevator, and the door opens. You get onto the elevator.
Deck 7, please.
A moment
I
later,
do believe Lex wanted to do something as we're walking back.
oh Lex, you wanted to do something else.
Not unless
Just some
anybody's like
pamphlets.
staying and stopping. In
No,
the area, but
no one seems to be
Yeah.
doing anything, and it has been probably a good hour and a half since they left. And as you guys you begin to feel the elevator go down just a little ways. A moment later, the doors open, and you see a little on the corner of one of the bulkheads. You see deck 7, and you see some numbers below it, but you haven't figured out the numbers thing.
Okay, we're trying to make our way to Lex.
You go down the corridor, and you find above one of the label above one of the doors that says cargo hold.
I believe this is where we started. That seems right, right? Cargo hold?
Yes, one would hold cargo here if that's labeled correctly.
We'll wander in.
You wander in,
Corvus
And-
just shouts.
and you hear them from around the corner scream your name.
is everything all right?
Ah, fantastic! We found your brother. We wander in, and Corvus is just like, "This is as big as 2 temples combined, brother. Lost, unfathomable size."
Were you able to make it to our quarters?
Yes.
Yes, Zimbabwe Zabudi was no help.
How will we want to set up a schedule? I am curious as to why they hired us to guard these. As I said, none of the other crates seem to have guards, but I will do my duty regardless.
Corvus will walk up to Lex and just be like, "Brother, I have some disheartening news. We met a gentleman, and they did not take kindly to our pamphlets. Scrunched
No,
it
and
up in front of me
gentleman is a
and
strong word.
threw it in some kind of trash receptacle."
Unfortunately, Corvus, you'll have to get used to that reaction. We are in a path of righteousness. We are on a path to right the wrongs of the world, and there are many in this world who benefit off of those wrongs, and will try to stand in our way. Take that not as a sign that you should quit, but rather as a sign you are on the right track, if the powers that be wish to stop you from doing what you are trying to do.
Corvus smiled and was like, "Yes. Thank you, brother. I needed to hear your words."
May it be a comfort to you as you have been to me over these many years.
We will ascend far, brother. With serenity here to light us the way.
Speaking of
because of
ascending,
fire.
shall we? Yes. Thank you. Speaking of ascending, shall I show you around the ship, Lex?
Corvus, are you good to stay here for a moment?
He pulls out his trident and just kind of like slams it beside him and sits down cross-legged in front of the crates and like, "I shall remain steadfast at my post."
Sounds good. Well, I will head out with Serenity then. As she's walking me around the ship, I will spend the entire time chatting with her about Corvus and how great he is, and just going through like stories about him, about like things that he's done well, you know.
I'm thrilled. Serenity is thrilled. Serenity is asking further questions.
Lex is definitely doing the matchmaker thing now.
Yeah, I reckon he is. Cool. Lex is definitely just like, "Yeah, Corvus was totally helped me out this one time at a grocery store. There was a grenade. He jumped on it for me, like absolute top tick."
Lex is the ultimate wingman.
Yes.
And Jade says, "Right the wrongs of the world. Sounds familiar. I could have sworn I've heard those words elsewhere." That is so true.
You may have gotten one of our pamphlets. We've been quite
Yes.
prestigious.
From 3,000 years into the past.
We don't know where these boxes are going.
We don't know where we're going. Who knows?
That's a very
No
good point.
idea. So, so as you get into this, get in the elevator, it's a brand new sensation. You, Lex, as she takes you, and the new room opens up as the doors close, and then they reopen a moment later, and you're in a new place. She takes you and shows you where your quarters are. She shows you around the rest of the ship. So what decks would you like to visit?
As we get to the quarters, I'm just gonna kind of turn to Lex. Join me if you want. I would not mind the company by any stretch, but I think I'd like to take this ship floor by floor and make sure that I understand what's happening here. I think
Absolutely,
that exploring might
especially in
be
the case of if we have an emergency or a fight, it would not be a bad thing to do. So I will join you.
Sounds great. Well, then let's start at deck 1 and make our way up, shall we? Or down.
Alright.
1 at the top or 1 at the bottom?
7 at the bottom.
7 at the bottom. Start at the top. Top and make our way down.
So
we're gonna hit every floor.
So you start on deck 1. On deck 1, you find the entire where the bridge is. You also find a couple rooms. The doors are locked, and every time you walk up to the door, they just don't open. And it says, and you see a small little pad on the side, and you're not sure what they're for. You get to this deck 2, and you find a huge open area, this long area, with tables set up and a kitchen, and there are people cooking and making food and stuff. On deck 3, you find more quarters, your quarters. Or I'm sorry, crew quarters. On deck 4, your quarters. And on deck 3, you also find a completely a room that has nothing in it.
Mhm.
It's just as you get to the end, you come to these large doors, and as they open up, you walk into a room that's just completely black. There's
Yeah.
nothing on the walls. There's some lines, but they don't do anything. Um, and there's nothing in the room. Completely empty.
Hmm.
On deck 6, you find the a gym area, and and then you get back in. You find on deck 7, you find a room that says weapons. You find your the cargo hold, and then you also find on deck 7 towards the middle of the ship. You also find engineering. A room
So this
called
weapons
engineering.
room, is it
Mm-hmm.
unlocked?
It is. You cannot access it, but it does say weapons above it. You
Hmm.
can usually walk towards the door. The
Noted.
doors do
Are
not.
there any like official like people nearby who seem like they're members of the crew?
There are people coming and going, and as you walk up to the weapons door, people walk past you without even really paying attention to you. Um,
If I can, I'll catch somebody who seems like they are a member of the crew.
yes, what can I do for you?
Good afternoon, or whatever time it might be. That aside, I am grabbing you as I have a request for you. You see, me and my compatriots were hired to guard some of the cargo, but it appears, looking at our equipment, and I will gesture to my mace, and then to the laser pistols that everybody else has, that we are under-prepared. Would we be able to borrow, for the duration of the voyage, some of the weapons here so that we may better protect our charge?
No.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Always worth a shot.
So these weapons are very strictly controlled by our world.
Hmm. Interesting.
You're not gonna get one. Good luck, though.
Thank you.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you been wronged recently?
No, I'm good, but thanks for asking.
Oh, also worth a shot. It seems that there's been we are bereft of people who have been wronged. I suppose we should try to see what they have done differently than us and model that.
Hmm. That's a good idea.
Sounds like you problem. Good luck.
Appreciate
It
it.
is not a me problem. It is an all of us problem, and I intend to solve it.
I don't have that problem at the moment. I'm just doing my job.
And carry on. You're doing an excellent one. I assume. I
Right.
don't.
Um, and he points to the comms unit. If you need anything else, just ask someone else.
Appreciate it.
And he slowly turns and walks away.
The people here are not all that friendly.
No. But I do see the level of technology and comfort they have here is incredible. This sort of means, if we had had it back where we came from, could have saved many, many a life.
Oh, it's crazy to think of. But how do we get it from here to there? How do we get there? Oh, I wish we had a map.
You do have a map of Brawl,
Yeah,
but you're not there anymore, so it's fine.
not the map we
Um,
need.
you get back on the lift after checking out all of that entire deck, and you say deck 8, and you hear a voice. Deck 8. I do. Actually, it goes. Deck 8. I do not recognize. State your state where you want to go again.
Down.
There is no further decks below deck 7. Please state your location of where you would like to go again.
I thought that guy said there was a deck 8. He suggested we go there. Sounded like a threat, though, when he said it. Huh. Well, I suppose that's a conundrum to solve should I ever find him again. Might be my next go-to thing to do. But I think that we've explored everything. Shall we wander back to our companion?
I suppose so. Keep him company.
So as you get back to the cargo hold, nothing's changed. In fact, everyone seems to be just going about their business while you were in the hold. You all meet back together, and we have a couple minutes left. There will be a time skip coming up for the next episode. So if there's anything you guys want to do right now. Because you have basically an entire week aboard this ship.
Yeah.
I want to finish my outfit. That's what I want to do.
By the end of the week, you will have your outfit finished. By the time we next come together.
Beautiful.
And if there's anything else really quick that you guys want to do,
Corvus will spend the week doing two things. When he is guarding the vegetables, he will spend it writing in his journal about, his theology, I suppose you could call it. And he will also spend, when he's wandering around the ship, not guarding the vegetables, looking if there are any pieces of technology that he could keep and use.
reacquire.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll get back to that when we next come back together. So that is the end of our show today, because we only had 2 hours because somebody has busy stuff they have to do. We're not going to mention any names, Frank. So unfortunately, it's only a 2-hour day today, and so it's only we're cutting it quite short. There was a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to get through, that if we would have had a regular scheduled episode, that we would have been able to get through all of that. But yes, they are now on Star Trek. Ish.
Star Trek.
Let's go.
But but there is a reason why all of this. So if you have watched the Ever Given, you understand why they have a super advanced technology and how strict they are with their technology of not letting it get out to the rest of the universe, because it could be devastating to the rest of the universe.
That's what I'm counting on.
Devastation?
Of only a very specific group of people, those who are evil.
So live long and prosper. There you go. Jade says, I mean, I wouldn't know anything about what's going on at all. She's only the captain of the other show. But if you guys go check out the Ever Given, you can also learn what is actually happening and where they are headed. And you can learn something about the location they're heading, because the other ship has actually been to this location. And maybe you guys might get to learn some more information. I'm very excited to see where that goes. Especially because you all have the book.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm excited to see where this goes, and you guys are now flying around in the astral sea going at speed of light, actually faster than the speed of light. So I'm excited to see what happens next.
We'll make it a mess.
Oh no! I completely expect you all to make an absolute disaster of things. And the other group almost made disasters of most everything, but I was able to herd kittens. So I'm hoping to herd kittens again, and make sure that you guys don't destroy the universe while you're at it.
Dolphins.
It'd be fun.
But it's my universe. I don't want it destroyed.
We may not have that option.
Honestly, it would have only been a single planet, but then you were like, fuck it, these guys are going to space. And now you've opened the door for the universe. Really,
so where you're
this
from,
is on you.
Where you're from is not even a planet. It's
just
a
piece, small section of it.
A small section of a planet. You all are going to another section of that planet. So
Well, we'll see.
I'm excited to see when you get there, because now you're going to get to see another part of your own world.
Oh, I didn't know we were going back there.
Going to be interesting.
You're not to
We
your
don't
world.
know this.
You guys don't know this yet.
Yeah, we don't know this. That's meta.
Yeah, that's your outside of game. You're going actually headed to one of the other pieces of your planet.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
So so it's
Wow.
broken. So literally, the world is broken into 4 pieces. One is a technology world. One is a world with no magic. One is a world with super powerful magic, and the other world is your world.
The shit one.
Cool. The shit
Which-
one. We got
magic. At least we have magic.
we got handed the
you do.
worst timeline.
But yours is the world that has lots of evil in it. So is
Oh,
there one?
good.
that
so we
has
really
lots of
did get
good
the
in
shit
it?
timeline.
Sounds like it.
So you did get the shit timeline. Sorry, guys, but you had to start somewhere.
Reasonable.
Fair.
So,
Alrighty, gang.
all right, have a great one. Thank you all for joining us again. We love you all. Thank you to all 11 of you in my chat. Oh my God, I'm getting, there's 11 of you now. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Don't forget, you can go check out the links below if you want to watch all the rest of the episodes. They're all episodes 1 through, and I'm very sorry about the audio on some of them. They're horrible. I cannot fix the audio, unfortunately, because it doesn't work that way because I'm pulling off Discord. But our audio's quality has gotten better, and so hopefully it will continue to get better as our shows continue on. And I'm very excited to do some more shows, and hopefully Katya will be back for the next one, because I already know what she's in the process of doing. So and we'll get her back to you, hopefully with your own little ship, and you guys can travel the universe on your own. So have a great night, everybody. We love you, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.
Ciao.
Bye.